run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Hooker's going to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it's 3rd down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end,
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. K.J. Osborne deep from Minnesota. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Vikings at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. And that one too wide and incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. The slot man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Third down. Hooker looks to throw it. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as they'll try for the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal. Gibbs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Gibbs again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now, standing just outside his own goal line. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Hooker from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this first and goal.
Here's Hooker to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Hooker. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Cousins. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On third down, Cousins. He completes this into the hands of Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They go play action. Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Isabella now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got a man, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. Zerline's kick is up and through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Rolling to his right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Cousins. Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps.
There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Hooker on first down. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Lions 23, Vikings 7.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he fires one incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play fake, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So here's Greg Zerline now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Throwing, Hooker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Hooker to the air yet again. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. First down, here's Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Brian Branch with it, and the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 61-yard. For him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Hooker's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Cousins to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's got this to Jefferson. Sheds off the tackle.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an in. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Second down and 6 now.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. There's the stiff arm. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just one pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second and a couple.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now Hooker. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
3rd and 2. Here's Hooker. That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. 54 yards. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Cousins. He lets one go deep for Addison. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins now. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Okay, break.
From the 34 now,
Hey,
here's
hey,
1st and 10.
Check that.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 13. Jack Fox to kick off.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give right side for Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Lions 51, Vikings 13. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Now Cousins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that one results in 35 yards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field,